I'm Ace, good to have you here. Let me ask you something. What if one single micro page on your site could reliably cover your hosting and a coffee budget every month without you touching it? I remember opening the analytics dashboard on a slow Tuesday, expecting nothing, and watching a steady trickle become a small, steady stream over a few months. It was quiet, almost boring, until the payouts started showing up. That surprised me more than a flashy launch ever did. Here's the thing. As a one-person builder, you don't have time to chase every tactic. You need systems that compound. Treating a site like an ecosystem shifts your decisions. Where to plant, what to prune, and how to harvest, so income keeps regenerating while you build the next thing. Over the next 10 minutes, I'll give you 5 practical patterns from permaculture mapped to websites, plus a 7-step checklist you can use this week. Start with edges. In nature, edges between ecosystems are unusually productive. Online, edges are junctions where two interests, queries, or formats meet. A plain best coffee grinders post is crowded, but best coffee grinders for small French press setups. It's a clearer intent and lower competition. That sharper fit wins clicks and conversions. Actionable move. Map 3 overlaps on your site. Audience need versus use case, or format versus intent. Pick one overlap and seed a micro page there. Link it from a couple of broader pages and watch the compound effect. Smaller, precise pages often outrank sweeping summaries because they solve a clearer problem. Next, succession. Think in stages. Seed, establish, prune. Start with short posts to test demand. When something shows traction, expand it into a fuller guide. Then prune nearby thin content into that guide so authority concentrates where it matters. A practical workflow I use. Run a quick audit. Merge thin sibling posts into a single updated guide. Add a micro asset like a checklist or calculator, and republish. In one case, merging 3 scattered how-tos into one guide and adding a checklist dropped bounce rates and doubled email signups over a few months. Small timing details like that matter when you claim improvement. Now guilds, my favorite. In a garden, certain plants support each other. Online, build clusters, a how-to post, a tiny calculator, a downloadable checklist, a short email sequence. Each piece increases the value of the others. A calculator can turn browsers into engaged users. A $7 template can turn engaged users into buyers without a heavy launch. Inventory what you already have, spreadsheets, snippets, mini guides, and stitch them into guilds around high-intent posts. Link them tightly and set one light email flow that nudges toward the micro product. That cluster effect raises average value per visitor over time. Zones. Think of your site like a house. What needs your hands today and what can run itself? Daily. Hot threads. Live replies, immediate conversions. Weekly. Refresh top guides, tweak funnels. Monthly. Plant new seed pages and run experiments. The trick is to move as many zone 2 and 3 tasks as possible into automation or a low-cost VA. Map simple AI agents. One that drafts updates from new source material, another that monitors SERP shifts for your target queries, plus a scheduled republish task. Try a single AI draft and review cycle each month and see how much upkeep it removes. Harvest. Capture recurring value without squeezing every click. Offer a tiny monthly toolkit, $3 to $7, or a maintenance retainer for local clients. Those predictable streams let you reinvest. I recommend saving around 20% of that harvest to seed new junction pages or build a micro tool shared across guilds. Quick 7-step checklist you can do today. 1. Map 3 niche overlaps and pick one to seed. 2. Audit your top 10 posts and mark candidates to merge. 3. Add one micro asset to each high-value post. 4. Set zone rules. Daily, weekly, monthly. 5. Choose one automation for zone 2. 6. Add a tiny paid option, $3 to $15. 7. Commit to reinvesting 20% of that in small moves, high compounding potential. The deeper question is when not to use this model. If your business needs white glove onboarding, enterprise SLAs, or you sell one-off high-touch services, permaculture patterns won't replace that. Don't force this approach where it doesn't fit. Use the signals, stable evergreen traffic, repeatable search intent, and modular content. Recap. Plant at the edges. Let content follow a life cycle. Assemble guilds of small assets. Prioritize using zones. And harvest with reinvestment in mind. The goal is resilience. Digital real estate that produces while you focus on the next project. Now this is where it gets interesting. Seed one junction today, and it could become the backbone of a micro portfolio in months, not years. Here's a final prompt. Pick one overlap on your site, plant one micro page for it, and attach a single micro asset. Do that this week. If this episode helped, subscribe so you don't miss follow-up case studies and the notes checklist I'll share as they mature. I'm Ace. Well, that's enough to think about for today. Appreciate you spending a few minutes with me. I'll catch you in the next one.